Amazing eagle attacks ever caught on camera. Eagles have this mesmerizing blend of power and beauty that's intoxicating, but their life at the top of the food chain is not as easy as you might expect. Welcome to our channel. Today we are going to show you amazing eagle attacks ever caught on camera, but before that, hit a like button and subscribe to our channel. We wanted to reveal what it takes to be the most powerful bird in the sky. What we ended up capturing was a surprise to us all. Eagles attack warthogs. Warthogs are famous wild pigs. As such, they are not immune to all manner of predators. The eagle is not an exception. This warthog was busy feeding when suddenly an eagle swooped down to attack them. When faced with the slightest confrontation, warthogs would rather run than fight back. They won't use their long tusks unless their feet can't carry them to safety, so they just ran, but unfortunately for the baby warthog, it wasn't fast enough to outrun the eagle. It was pinned to the ground and dragged with one foot. The onlookers must have gone through a roller coaster of emotions. Eagles attack flamingos. This large group of flamingos were gracefully enjoying the cool waters as they normally would. The calms in these waters must have taught them to know when trouble is headed their way. In this case, a giant bald eagle. Immediately the eagles started to swoop down, the flamingos trying to scatter to safety. There's not much they can do, as there was barely any space between them. The eagle was pretty confident in its hunting skill, and this great number of flamingos just gave it a surety that it wouldn't miss a meal. It could have picked a flamingo from any spot, but it landed on one that had secluded itself from the group without any hustle. The flamingo's attempt to save itself worked against it. There were eagles at the scene, so this may not have been the last flamingo to go down that day. Eagles attack wolf. Eagle versus wolf. This might surprise you, but the idea of an eagle attacking a wolf isn't far-fetched. Why would an eagle want to take on a wolf, you may ask? Well, this is the wild, and raptors are remarkably bold and sure of their abilities, so when eagles can accidentally or out of boldness decide to take on a wolf when comparing sizes, the wolf has a huge advantage over a bald eagle. The two animals are tied on speed and defensive power and equally have a great sense of eyes and smell respectively. The eagle possesses extraordinary eyesight, while the wolf possessed an extraordinary sense of smell. Both animals can be highly effective and dangerous at attacking their prey. When it comes to power bite and grip force, wolf has an advantage over a bald eagle, but an eagle has the advantage when it comes to gripping power. In a fight between these two, a wolf would almost always win. It would use its superior size and weight, sharp teeth, and strong bite to tear the eagle apart. Eagle attacks photographer. A Vancouver Island photographer was left with some cuts and scratches after a pair of eagles took a nosedive straight into her lap this week. Lisa Bell told Kiv News she was visiting her friend just north of Qualicum Beach on Friday afternoon when she decided to snap some pictures in the yard. But as she focused her lens on two bald eagles she said was engaged in a mating ritual, the birds suddenly came crashing down to earth. It only took a split second, Bell said. The eagles entwined and proceed to fall on me. When eagles are courting, they sometimes perform an act known as cartwheeling, where they lock talons and plummet towards the ground before separating at the last minute. In this case, Bell said the birds of prey didn't quite manage to pull off the maneuver. It's about trust, she said. They're supposed to let go of each other in time before hitting the ground. In this case, they let go, but not in time. The eagles launched off moments after landing in her lap, and their sharp claws left her with a number of small injuries, including a cut on her finger, 2 puncture wounds on her jaw, and scratches on her arm and chest. But Bell also managed to capture an incredible picture of the birds mid-flight, and for a nature lover like herself, it was more than worth it. "I've got war wounds now. I've got stories to tell my grandchildren," she said. It was phenomenal. Eagles attacks bear. Yes, you heard that right. A bear attacked by an eagle. This eagle must have some nerve to go attack such a huge creature, but wait. Size doesn't intimidate eagles, but I just can't bring myself to understand how this eagle had planned to take down this bear that was just minding its business. Clearly, it was caught by surprise. A slap on the head out of nowhere. Look at how clueless it was about what had just happened. The eagle seems to quickly realize that it had picked an impossible target. Eagles attacks sea snakes. Sea snakes spend most of their time in the water, but they don't have gills because their lungs stretch almost the entire length of their bodies. They must swim to the surface to breathe, putting them at risk because it has young to feed. This white-bellied sea eagle is out looking for them, armed with keen vision and razor-sharp talons. The eagle has mastered the snatch and grab and the sea snake is one of her favorite preys. The snake is snatched by the eagle, but it is not going down without a fight. As the eagle flies towards the nest, the snake begins to fight back. He can bite even in midair. He might be able to kill his abductor if he injects his venom, but biting an enemy in midair is difficult, especially for a creature that spends most of its time in water. For this snake, it's too little too late. This eagle holds down a snake with its talons, and you can see the snake striking at the eagle non-stop, trying to bite it, but it doesn't faze the eagle one bit. I'm not sure if this snake is venomous, but whatever the case may be, the eagle doesn't seem to care. This snake eagle is up against a cobra, and it slowly approaches the snake, but the cobra is not an easy prey to kill. The eagle takes its time walking around the snake, trying to determine the best angle of attack. Eagles attack mountain goat. Mountain goats, like eagles, are not afraid of heights. In fact, this trait keeps them safe from predators. They may be safe from other predators, but they are at an arm's reach for eagles, and that's not a good thing. These mountain goats seem to know that as soon as the eagle took off, the wise ones started running down the rocks to save themselves. A not-so-smart mountain goat was still standing there and tried to flee a little too late and was about to pay for it dearly. The eagle grabbed it by the horns and dragged it from the rocks, while eagles fly with a 2 kilograms load on its feet. This particular one was strong enough to carry way much more than that. What's more interesting is that it didn't seem to be uncomfortable at all. It flew with it for a short while before finally dropping the mountain goat from the couple of meters above the ground. That was a long way down, so gravity took over, and the eagle found its meal dead and ready. Eagles attacks lizard. In South Africa Kruger National Park, a martial eagle appeared to be surfing on the back of the monitor lizard. The largest African lizard eagles are martial eagles. Their talons are strong enough to break a man's arm, and their wingspan reaches 2.6 meters. The martial eagle had caught the monitor lizard and was waiting for it to die before flying away with it, as its offspring called for food from nearby. It took roughly 30 minutes for the interaction to end the 1.5 meter long mile. Monitor lizard was eventually killed by the eagle, which flew away with the food. The martial eagle is the largest of the African eagles, and it can knock an adult man off his feet. The martial eagle weighs nearly 14 pounds and has a wingspan of about 6 feet and 4 inches. It measures 32 inches in length. The upper body is dark brown, with a white belly with black streaks and white legs with very large talons. The immature bird differs greatly from the adult. The marital eagle in this video flies away with a monitor lizard in its grasp. Monitor lizards. Eagles have their air advantage, and their talons are deadly. When an eagle attacks a monitor lizard, it will systematically place its talons in its face to blind it, thus making the kill an automatic success. Of course, the lizard will put up a fight, but most of the time it will be short-lived. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe.